Hey, Chase, how's it going?
It's going really well. How's it going with you, Alex?
Good to hear. I know you guys take it one week at a time and you're just focused on this game. You try to get better every week. But obviously, if you're going to try to get better every week, you have to start somewhere. And how important is it to kind of set that foundation high? And what do you do to work, like specifically this week, that you can do that helps you set that high foundation?
I love the way you phrase that question. You guys are definitely not wasting any time today. Coming right at it. Just to focus on I'd say honestly, first and foremost, it's identifying areas within all of us individually, but the coaches do it on a more macro scale. All I can do is identify areas that I need to work on and then identify the fundamentals that go with whatever it is that I'm trying to improve and spend all of my energy trying to improve those or improve the things that help me perform those tasks. If it's defending the run, thinking about my hand strength and like the positioning of my hands and just like constantly thinking about like the muscles involved with it and like being prepared mentally and then physically and emotionally. And then this is just my experience in the NFL. People can have a lot of success doing one thing or have success at some point, but the hard part is to or the challenging part is to be able to repeat it over and over and over again. And you can't do that, in my opinion, without those solid fundamentals. And so that's where I personally am investing my time and starting off this first week focusing on.
One more for you. You've had three very different preseasons. You had the 4 week preseason, no COVID. You had last year very limited, and then this year the three preseason games kind of limited because of COVID. What's it been like to maybe not be able to build a preseason routine, and how did this year compare to the last two, just in terms of the setup of everything?
It was definitely a little different, but just like the weather, I would put it into this. I would put this into that kind of bucket where it's one of those things I have no control over. These things are decided by the PA and powers that are above me, and so I just treat it like the weather. Whatever it is, it is. And but it definitely provided some differences just from a personal anecdote. I can't talk about those things too much, but I've been preparing. It's like doesn't matter any one individual's physical state. It's like at the end of the day, we're here for a reason, and it's up to us to get our body and our minds ready to play. And so whatever the format of camp is, it just is what it is. Ultimately, come that first game and come the season, you better be ready to go.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex.
Next question, Chris Ryan, followed by Mike Reese.
Hey, Chase, hope all is well with you. I had a non-football question for you about New Hampshire, where you've expressed kind of a back and forth love for the state of New Hampshire. You've been, have U.S. senators reaching out to you, did the ad with the governor. Where did that all kind of come from? And are you living in New Hampshire now?
So I usually try to just focus and talk about football. So I helped start a production company, and it's based in Portsmouth.
Okay.
So that's when I took my first visit up there to see like the operations and everything they had going on. It's like that way I could focus on football, and it's like there's this entity that we're a part of and obviously supporting. But I took a visit up there, and immediately it became apparent to me that there's something special about Portsmouth, and what that is exactly, I still don't exactly know, but it remains true as ever. Every time I go up there, it's reconfirmed to me. I think it has something to do with this, just where it's juxtaposed between the state that's very I don't know. It's a cool balance between people that respect their neighbors and respect each other, but also respect themselves. And I think either it's by accident or it's on purpose, like anything else, that Teddy Roosevelt chose that place to settle the only foreign peace treaty ever. And I don't think it was an accident he chose Portsmouth.
Were you surprised at all about the outreach from U.S. senators and from Governor Sununu as well, and how they wanted to kind of have strike a relationship with you?
I think it's not very common for athletes to, especially football players located in Foxborough, to reach out and really try to become accustomed to, the area. And obviously these things change and stuff, and my feelings on this stuff, who knows? But I always say it's like I have a house in Pittsburgh, but New England's been a home to me, and it has really treated me with so much love and enthusiasm, and it's really provided a great basis for me to become, or try to become, my best self. And I'm super thankful for everyone up in Portsmouth and all over New England.
Thanks,
I mean
Jason.
that 1,000%. So.
Next question, Mike Reese, followed by Dan Rowe.
Hey, Chase, how you doing?
Hi, Mike. Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you too. So with Tua as a left-handed quarterback, my question is, like, when you're preparing for that, how much do you like to see a left-handed quarterback when you're practicing to prepare for that? Or does that rank maybe lower to you than, let's say, the bigger picture of like their scheme and that type of stuff?
Excuse me. Was it how much do I like to see, as in like how much do I enjoy?
Do you want to see someone throwing it with their left hand?
Do I want to see somebody throwing with their left hand?
When you're preparing, like, how important is that, Chase?
It's definitely a consideration. I'd say just in coordinating what we do, it's like everything has to be adjusted for his handiness. There's certain plays that play to the fact that he's a left-handed quarterback, and they can do certain things and tend to do certain things differently than right-handed quarterbacks. But just like anything, we're a game plan defense. I consider myself a game plan player, and just make the necessary adjustments and keep it pushing. So yeah, it's something I consider, but it doesn't really change the fundamentals of what I do that much.
Next question, Dan Roach, followed by Evan Lazar.
Hey, Chase, my wife works in the Portsmouth area, so it's a beautiful place. Let's start with that. Second of all, just a quick question about what's your game day ritual like, or do you sleep the night before a game, especially the season opener? What does the season opener mean to you? What does it mean as a football guy? How much do you enjoy that? And is there a ritual or process that you go through on a morning like Sunday and game day against the Dolphins?
Yeah, so I'm still always trying to refine my process and stuff. Obviously, nothing's ever like set in stone, but my game day process when it's a later game is usually to come home after, if we have morning meetings or whatever our morning schedule is, we'll come home and I'll definitely take a nap and lay out, just, hang around the house, maybe like do some like rolling out, just get my mind and emotions and mentality ready to go. But usually it'll be my family there and my dog. And it's something that I definitely look forward to, just getting to spend some time with them. And they've been with me from the beginning, except, Zeus has only been in the picture a couple of years now, I guess, or 18 months. But yeah, he's a welcome addition, and just having my family there. And, it just embodies a lot of things that I play for. And it's a great reminder and a great reinforcement of my corner. It's like when I go out there, it's like they're not obviously with me on the field, but I carry, the spirit of my family, Portsmouth, Pittsburgh, all my supporters on my back, and it's much appreciated, much needed too.
And what does the game mean to you? What is the game of football with your family involved and what you just mentioned? What does it all mean to you?
Well, I don't play football for my family because it's like, at the end of the day, my family, I believe, would love me no matter what I did. But the game of football itself represents an opportunity for me to do something that I am extremely passionate about. And it is very rare, and it's truly a blessing to be able to compete at the pinnacle of anything, because for one, it takes a lot of luck from my family to, so many things going right, but it also takes a lot of hard work. and just a campaign of, willing to go through any tribulations and trials and so many things that you can't control. And what's great is that like the closer I get, or the better I become, it seems like the harder these things manifest or become. But thankfully, like I said, I have a great corner. I have a lot of people that love me. And if there's anybody up for the challenge and embracing the opportunity, I like to think that it is me.
And two final questions, Evan Lazar and Andrew Callahan.
Hey, Chase, how's it going?
What's up, Evan?
Is Zeus ready for the opener?
He's ready.
You got a little jersey for him or something?
Yeah, he's got a jersey. It's not little, though. He's got a lot of fluff, so it's like a triple XL.
Nice. Last week you were talking to us about studying guys like Von Miller and Jadeveon Clowney and Clay Matthews, and I was just wondering how much of that do you enjoy, kind of the studying of the game, and also the chess match with tackles, pass rush moves and their hand placement and stuff like that.
Yeah, I definitely enjoy the chess match, in the individual matchups that present themselves, and it's a blast. Honestly, I always make this comparison. You look at a basketball player on a basketball court. It's like these guys are 7 feet tall. It's like they stick out. They're in the 99th percentile. But with football, or at the pinnacle of anything, these people are also in the 99th percentile. And with that, it's hyper selected for certain attributes. And so these individuals are, it's just fun. It's obviously a challenge, but it's a great opportunity, a great blessing to be able to watch some people that have had success, essentially trying to solve the same problem and seeing how they use their body and their minds and their technique to solve that problem. And I try to apply that to anything that I try to do. And I'm always looking to come out of a conversation or an engagement with learning something that could improve what I try to do.
I think in your rookie season, you mentioned that you kept a notebook of notes against tackles that you go up against. Do you keep that notebook still, and is it up to date?
It's up to date. We're rolling. So
nice.
Yeah, it's just part of the routine now, I guess.
Awesome. Thanks, Chase.
Thank you, Evan.
And last question, Andrew Kelly.
Hey, Chase, it's good to see you, man.
Yeah, it's great to see you as well, Andrew. How's it going?
Thanks. Good. So I wanted to ask you about something you said when we first got to talk to you, because I know there was a delay, right, with you being hurt and you finally get back. And you had said, I have bought in and I'm committed to do whatever the coaches asked me to do. And it was the second part of that was similar to what we first heard from you, right? You get here as a rookie, I'll do whatever they ask. What kept you at all from buying in fully to where we're talking to you a couple of weeks ago and you're like, okay, I have bought in now?
Yeah, I had somebody in my family had asked me about this, and I think it was a little bit of a misspeak. I have always been bought in from the way I look at it. I've always been willing and like, just, hey, whatever you need from me, I'm here, whether it's scout team, whether it's carrying waters. I always try to make myself available in that sense. I guess there's levels to it. I think, like anything else, sometimes you don't even know how great you can be. And maybe this isn't a me thing, and I'm not saying that, I'm this or I'm that, but sometimes you can learn more from losses than you can wins, and vice versa. It's just a matter of taking whatever it is. It's like, as a human being, I feel strongly that I can construct whatever narrative I want of my own situation. And I truly am blessed. It's like, I'm bought in as ever. It was a passing comment. And I really didn't mean much by that, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Gotcha. Thanks, Chase.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chase. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
That concludes the access for this room today.